Hey, I'm Coach Eric here at Edge4Life Training. I want to tell you about an awesome new program we're putting together, our endurance and obstacle training, starting on September 25th. Okay, so what makes this training interesting? What makes it worth your time and while? Well, I've got 4 things that you're going to want to consider that really aren't going to be a part of most of the endurance training that you're going to find out there. Then the first thing is injury prevention. There is a huge problem in the endurance world, and it goes like this. Every single person is hurt all the time. And well, why is this the case? It's complicated, but in general, it's because there's a very low barrier to entry. Anyone can slip on a pair of shoes and just hit the pavement and go. And so you build up some endurance, you build up some miles, you continue to expand your ability to push yourself, but along the way, you haven't attended to a lot of the critical elements that prevent your knees and your hips and your ankles from acting up over time. Almost guaranteed you know someone with these issues if you don't have them yourself. The chronically bad, buggy knees, feet, low back, everyone's got something. We're going to undertake a specific sequence of bulletproofing to ensure that you can increase your capacity and increase your mileage without also increasing your pain and suffering through bad knees or bad hips. There's also a severe lack of strength training. The lack of strength training in conditioning training not only contributes to the above of having more injuries, but also just kind of makes it drag as a runner. Literally. Imagine this. Imagine I am so tight in the hips that I can't extend my stride to take longer steps. Imagine that my primary movers are so weak that I can't produce the force necessary to propel myself forward. And I'm limited to a short, choppy, repetitive shuffle. I'm opening up myself again for more injury, but also I'm not maximizing on what I can get out of my body. This comes from strength training. So imagine this. I have to undertake 10,000 units of force. You could call that 10K, you could call it 10 miles, you can call it whatever you want. Now, if I can produce 5 units of force with each step, well, that's naturally going to take me 2,000 steps or strides or whatever you want to call it to accomplish my end goal. What if I could produce 8 units of force with each stride? Well, then it only takes me 1,250. So what exactly does that mean? Well, if you're so tight that you can't lengthen your stride to take net fewer strides, and you're so weak that you can't propel yourself through to that next one, then you are bound to take fewer, shorter, weaker strides. And quite simply put, running is going to be awful. I would rather do 1,200 reps than 2,000 reps of anything. And truly, you're not going to get any better at this. Sure, your cardiovascular endurance will go up, your ability to last longer and longer will go up, but you won't be able to actually reduce those times until you get stronger. Not convinced? Don't think you need strength to run? Well, all runners at all levels, at all ends of the spectrum, both short distance and long distance, do strength training specific to this exact goal. And if it's good enough for them, it is certainly good enough for you. Strength training is absolutely critical in developing your overall endurance game. Naturally, we're going to tackle all of the obstacles present in Tough Mudders and Spartan races and things like that. There's a very prescribed set of things to do and very specific ways to get good at these things. We're going to unpack all of the techniques so that you get good at whatever these things are. And even if you didn't feel like doing a race and you just wanted this endurance portion, well, they're just kind of fun to have in your back pocket. So there's really no downside to trying some of these out. Our 4th section, and kind of maybe the more bonus section, is all of the bonus content we're going to throw your way. We're going to have a private group. It's going to have videos. It's going to explain the techniques. So when you come to class, you're prepared and ready to go. We're going to have cash outs, cool downs, strength training built into every single one of these classes. We're going to facilitate the most robust endurance and strength and conditioning program that's out there. So if you want to level up your running game, you want to level up your preparation for an obstacle race, this is definitely the program that you want to sign up for. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on September 25th.